Okay.
Good morning. Texoma Gives is coming and everybody's ready, so we want to help get you started. This is Teresa Caves here with Leslie Peterson, and we're ready to let Kimbia, Janet, and Raul take over and tell you how to get your Giving Day started. Okay, you guys, get excited. It's coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. My name is Janet, and I'm from Kimbia, the technology partner with Texoma Gives, and also on the line is the project manager, Raul, who has been helping and getting the website ready and helping the Texoma Gives staff with the Giving Day. So for many of you, you have already registered and you already have your MPO page up on the Texoma Gives website. What I'm going to review with you today is, again, getting yourself comfortable logging into your designee page, because not only will it help you through your marketing phase up until the event, but also it'll help you throughout the day of throughout the Giving Day on September 7th. So on the Texoma Giving Day page, you have Nonprofit Toolkit. If you click on that, it will take you to this home page, to this page, and you click on Nonprofit Login. You will be taken then to the Kimbia Giving Day login. So again, just email and your password, click on Sign In. If you forget your password, we also have the ability to help you reset it with just clicking on the link, Forget Your Password. Again, I want everyone who is on your MPO staff for the Giving Day to feel comfortable logging in. This will now take you to this page, which is called Designee Page. And of course, I have a test organization, and right here is registration. You have the editing capability to edit your MPO page that will be then shown on the Texoma Gives website. That editing phase ends on August 14th at 11:59 p.m. And why am I being so specific on the time? Because once it hits midnight and becomes August 15th, we will be on lockdown, and the capability of you to make changes to your MPO page will then cease. So you have plenty of time. Today's May 9th. You have plenty of time to go back in, make any changes that are necessary. If you need to clean up your mission statement, you want to switch out photographs, if your Giving Day point of contact has changed, this is the time for you to make any updates. And again, that Giving Day point of contact is very important because that's the person who holds the password to getting into the Giving Day panel. So just make sure if you make any changes, click on Save Changes, because if not, those changes will not be made. Now, this will also take you on the Designee page, you will also see your profile page link. So you will see links under registration. If you click on that button called Links, it will take you to your profile page link. This becomes really important because, as I just pointed out here, you have your own unique URL. You will copy and share this URL with your network. This link takes you directly to your organization's profile page on Texoma Gives. So right now, what will a donor see if you are sharing this URL with your donors? Or you're placing it on Facebook and you have people who are not traditionally your donors taking a look at who you are. Right now, this is the marketing phase of the Giving Day. So from now until September 6th, you will be asking people to look at your page so they will get familiar with how to locate you. Then on September 7th, that page will include a donor form. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of that because in August, your Texoma Gives staff will be holding another webinar, and I will be getting you ready for the day, and then we'll be reviewing the other links that will be populated on this page of your designee page, and then we'll review what the donation form looks like, how your donors can find you, and just other things and other tips that you'll be utilizing for a successful day on September 7th. So let's just go over some Giving Day 101 strategies and tools. For many of you, you have already started and you've been doing a great job. I've been looking at some of your MPO pages. I've been looking at your social media, what's going on. So right now is your time to really get yourself going and getting your plan started. And so I'm really excited to share some of these strategies and tools. Oh, before I move forward, I just want to let you know this is being recorded, so you'll be able to take the time to review this at your leisure. We'll also be providing a PDF version of this presentation. And then for questions, we're not going to be answering questions during this webinar, but if you have questions, make sure in your control panel you type in those questions. Those questions then will be saved, and then the Texoma staff will review, answer, and post those answers to those questions. So let's review some keys to success. So we want to talk about setting a goal, having a plan, engage your board, and ultimately have fun. This can be either very stressful, the giving day season, for that giving day, or we're trying to make it very easy, simple, turnkey, and in the end, we want you to have fun and utilize this unique way of fundraising. Step 1, we're going to set a goal. We want you to select a goal that is achievable and appropriate for your organization. For many of you who are new, and for those who are returning for the second year of Texoma Gives, you should really think about selecting a goal for every year that you participate. And it could be various ones. So I have a couple of examples here about engaging new donors, building awareness, raising a set amount of funds for a particular project. This is your time to sit down with your staff and even your board to kind of discuss why you're participating. We want to make sure that you have a plan. So giving days are all about motivated action. Donors usually don't just give to give. They're giving because they are responding to something about your organization, your constituents that you are serving, and it becomes very personal, in my opinion, when donors are giving to your specific MPO and mission. So how do we make sure you have the right plan? We want to make sure that you're getting ready with your staff and volunteers if you have any. So carefully choose who's going to be the main point of contact. Who's the person who's going to be on the day of the event answering any questions from your donors. Making sure that you have the right marketing tools moving forward. So that can be all of one person, because I've worked in MPOs where it's very small staff and there's one or two people who are doing it all. Or for those of you who have larger staffs, how do you separate out all the staff responsibilities? Know your audience and your donor engagement. That's really important, because you want to know, who are you reaching out to? Is it brand new donors only? Are you going to be working with donors who you've already engaged in the past, and are you going to segment that donor base? The other thing is creating a work plan, and we'll get into that a little later, but this is really important because we want you to make sure that, again, as a turnkey plan, that you have all the necessary tools to have a work plan, including a communications calendar. We also want you to maximize communication tools, including social media. So your organization's campaign. We want you to set goals, we want you to develop messages, and we want you to plan communications. So we want you to select a goal that's appropriate to your organization. And here I have, again, a couple of examples that we looked at earlier about setting your goal. And that can be, for instance, this group wanted to raise $2,000 needed for a project. And in their social media function, in their social media outreach, they have gone out and talked specifically as to why that $2,000 is important for a specific project. Sometimes it works that you're just saying, hey, we just have a $10,000 goal. But I really do believe that personalizing that message and getting that message to donors about why that money is very specific and how you're going to be utilizing it, and the reason why you're participating in a giving day, I think that's really important for you to think about. Again, developing that so taking that goal and developing a message that really motivates people to take action. And like I said, make it real, make it shareable, and make it personal. And then you have the plan communications. And this is something, again, it's a tactical plan for keeping everyone on your staff and your volunteers on time, on task, accountable, and on schedule. So we want you to develop a campaign communications calendar, like I said earlier, assigning roles with the organization, and again, keeping things simple. Now, I could go into a lot of detail, but what I want you, again, Texoma Gives has gone to great lengths to provide you with real turnkey solutions for a successful giving day. So please, if you haven't looked at it, there's a marketing toolkit. If you go to Nonprofit Toolkit on the website and you download that marketing toolkit, everything that I've just talked about setting a goal, having a plan, having strategic communication, that is in this document. They go as far as providing you with a communications plan calendar. They give you a week by week what to do. So it becomes very easy. If you look at this, this should be, you know, your go-to manual for a giving day success. So I really want to have, you know, do a shout out to the Texoma Gives staff and the planning team for really creating a really helpful marketing toolkit, because even in there are sample social media templates for tweets, for email campaigns. So I can't say enough about this toolkit. I think it's great. It's an incredible tool, and kudos to the Texoma Gives staff for having this available for you on the website right now. So let's talk a little bit about why social media is important. So for many of you, raising awareness of your giving day is important. Directly connecting you to constituents, increasing follower excitement and engagement, and empower supporters to share your network, and then growing your base. Again, because this is online, there are different ways. You know, again, I'm just touching upon one aspect of a marketing campaign. You could still do your traditional mail. You can do your email campaign, but I'm just going to be talking about social media here as one of the tips and tools for those of you who really have not really engaged in that aspect, especially on a giving day. So here's a couple of facts about knowing about Facebook and Twitter, but this #1 referral source for website traffic is Facebook. And 1 in 3 donors learn of the event through social media. So again, starting early, getting the message out on a you know, every 2 weeks, a month is really important. You make the decision on how much communication you want to put towards this giving day. To me, social media is incredible. It amplifies the voice of your organization, and it reaches so many people. Again, connecting on Facebook and Twitter. Of course, those of you who have Instagram will be utilizing Instagram. But the first thing I want you to do, if you have not done this yet, is to like and follow Texoma Gives on Facebook and Twitter. And you can easily get to both via the homepage at texomagives.org. It's on the right-hand side. Just click on the Twitter link, click on the Facebook link, like them, start sharing that with your constituents via your social media. I would also encourage you to add Texoma Give links to your organization's Facebook and Twitter, like I just said. Add it to your emails. Create a new email footer signature. Another thing that you have in your nonprofit toolkit that's available on the website is that the Texoma Give staff has provided you with some logos and things that you can utilize as you move forward with your email footer signature. Talk about it in your e-newsletters, websites, print materials. Ask every one of your staffers and your board members to get connected on Texoma Gives on Facebook and Twitter. Again, social media is all about amplification. And if you tell one person, they tell one person, they tell another person, more and more people will get excited about what Texoma Gives is. When you're using social media, always use the hashtag Texoma Gives. This again, very easy, but again, creating consistency from now, because your marketing, yes, it's individual, but what we're trying to create here is that a marketing campaign that is for the whole giving day. So if you do these little steps for your own marketing of your own MPO for this day, but keep using hashtag Texoma Gives, that will then create, make this a larger marketing campaign for the entire event. And I want to spend just a few moments on your unique Giving Day URL. So remember, earlier in the presentation, I showed you that once you get into the Kimbia Giving Day Manager and you look at your profile link, you have that your own unique URL that you can cut and paste and send it to donors and place it in social media. That's great, but make sure that that starts getting put into all of your social media posts. Now, I'm going to take you to this next slide, which I think is a great tool if you need it. It's called the Google URL Shortener. And if you go to this website for Google URL shorteners, you can take a pretty long URL. So for instance, I just randomly chose the Bowie Alliance for Education. This is great. They can cut and paste this and send it to donors in an email. But sometimes in a Twitter where you only have 140 characters, this URL is going to eat up your 140 characters. So this is just a nice way to shorten your URL and place in your social media. So again, just a tip that you can use for shortening your URL for social media functions. Like I said earlier, make things real, make things visual, tell a story. This is the same for any pieces of social media. What is going to engage people to want to click on your URL to see your MPO page? You know, in your Facebook message, because you have the ability for longer messages, you can really talk about why you're raising funds and who are your constituents. Because there's only so much that we can talk about your constituents on your MPO page. So for your marketing, and again, these tips can be, a lot of these tips are in your marketing toolkit. Really start thinking about what kind of story you want to tell from now until September 6th. Again, for those of you who are not aware, but many of you already know that there's only 140 characters for Twitter. And again, going over that Google shortener, URL shortener, is just a great way to maximize your 140 characters. Engaging your board. Again, this is really an important, and the next slide I'm going to show is an example that, again, I was looking through randomly, looking at some MPOs and some of their social media pages, and I found that they are starting to engage their board. And you not only want to talk to your board about, what is the goal for them to give, for the Giving Day. Are they going to be providing a matching fund for your MPO? But also ask them to be the ambassadors for your organization's participation, because again, they have a large constituency. They have Facebook, they have Twitter. Again, asking your board to become active participants for the Giving Day. And I'm just doing a shout out. I don't want Wichita Falls Youth Symphony Orchestra to be embarrassed, but I really love what they've done here when it comes to social media, utilizing the hashtag. So they use the picture, and this is a picture of their executive board. So I'm really pleased that this is how they're engaging their executive board. So this is one example of how they utilize social media. They use Facebook, they use a photograph, they're engaging their executive board. Guess what? They use the hashtag Texoma Gives. Fantastic, love it. And what else are they doing? They're using, they started their campaign with traveling Let Your Love Flow Guy signs. So what are these the executive board of this board for the Wichita Falls Youth Symphony Orchestra? They're going around and they're taking their traveling Let Your Love Flow Guy signs wherever they go to let people know about the Giving Day and their participation. The only thing that I would make a suggestion is that Wichita Falls Youth Symphony Orchestra starts utilizing their URL, so we can start getting people familiar with the MPO page on the Texoma Gives. And then as the event gets closer and closer, you can start utilizing that URL even more, saying September 7th, this is where your donation is going to be made. But I would start from now, start utilizing your URL and placing it. But congratulations to Wichita Falls Youth Symphony Orchestra. Really liked what you're doing, how you're starting to engage your executive board of the executive board and using social media. Again, I want you to have fun. I have fun. Raul has fun. Even Teresa has fun. I have her on mute, but I think she's laughing. But we all work really hard, especially the Wichita Falls Area Community Foundation and the rest of the staff and volunteers. But in the end, we want to have fun. This is a time to embrace what you do for the community. This is a time where we want celebration. So when things start getting a little stressful, take a step back. Remember, this is something about growing your community, making the 24 counties that make up Texoma Gives really strong and the people proud to live, work, and to donate and help others, in the community. So I can't say enough. We all work really hard, but we want you to have fun at the events. And I'm sure that that Texoma Gives is putting forth some really great fun events throughout the day for September 7th. And I want you to even think about that. What are you doing to have fun, with your volunteers and staff? Will you be having, your own little event get together on September 7th? So these are things just to think about, and remember that the bigger picture is, that this is a great tool and a great way to amplify the work that you've been doing for many years in your community. And we really want you to stay updated and check the website, especially that nonprofit toolkit page, because this is where you'll be getting a lot of communication from the staff in Texoma Gives, and of course for future webinars, and especially that webinar on getting ready for the day. I'm going to turn it over back to Teresa and Leslie for any closing comments. I'm not seeing any questions, but please feel free to send any questions. When I don't see any questions, I feel like, did I really do a good job? So if you have any questions, let us know, and I'm going to turn it over back to the Texoma Gives staff.
Can you hear us, Janet?
Yes, we can.
Okay, well, we just want to thank everybody for checking in, and again, Janet, I appreciate you advising everybody about how useful the marketing toolkit was. And I have to give credit also to the largest giving day in the United States, which is the Community Foundation of Texas and the North Texas Giving Day, because we used a lot of their workbook, and remember, they've got 9 years of experience. So we used a lot of that and then personalized it for this area. And so just, all of the marketing things that you need, the majority of them are there. And again, Leslie, 940-766-0829, and she's been a great resource for those of you that have needed some technological help. So we just stand ready to help you. Again, I remind you that Trish Golding will help those in the outlying areas, and even in Wichita Falls and Wichita County, with different ideas on what you might do if you're just having a little slump and can't think of some fun things. So again, we appreciate you being part of this, and we're going to blow the top off of our $1 million goal with all you guys there, and it helps your constituents that you serve and your community.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to doing another webinar with you on getting ready for the day in August. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.